Greetings YouTube and welcome to episode 17 of the 4,000 question challenge. Okay, what is the way you like best to learn on my own at my own pace? I like to be able to read at my own pace, and I like to be able to read the topics I am interested in my own eclectic manner. I very rarely read books of the same genre, I mean not the same genre, but the same topic back to back, though I will often read books of the same topic in a short time span. So for example, there was like a year-long period where I read a whole lot of books about disease, so I've got a pretty firm understanding about diseases, particularly the really dangerous ones. But I often read a hard science book and then like a biography or a soft science book, and then I go back to a hard something or a hard history book or something. So I tend to vacillate between topics because I can. Does anyone from your hometown become famous? Yeah. The first person that pops into my head is someone that's very unfortunate, which is Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler. I went to high school with him. He was not a funny dude in high school. He is not a funny dude now. But he was desperately trying to be funny so that the cool kids would let him hang out with them. And 30 plus years later, he's still doing the same shtick. Was there ever a bully in your life? What was he or she like? Well, other than my father, yes, I have been bullied a number of times in my life by different people. I think it's because a bully can pick up on the vulnerability of someone who comes from a background of abuse. So they know that this is a good victim. And I suffered at their hands. Is it possible to agree on a basic set of values to teach school children? Which ones? I think that there is. Which ones? That's a little more complex. For example, I think that if we were to use Gert's guidelines from the book The Moral Rules, we would be making a major step in the right direction. Do you cram all night before exams? No, again, I relied a whole lot on my just basic raw intellectual power and knowledge of things I picked up on my own, and I kind of like skated through things. I loved essay exams, so I could talk about nothing forever, as these videos will probably show you. What subject do you know better than any other now? I'm going to give a quite slight nudge towards history, but a general understanding of science is probably right up there too. I have a really good general understanding of science when it comes to biology, physics, things like that. So I'm pretty good at detecting bullshit, and like when I see pieces of technology that are, introduced, sorry, having cats on me sometimes makes my nose itch. Thanks, cat. I'm pretty good at detecting bullshit when it comes to things like that. Or at least, can you show me the citation on that kind of thing? What grade would you like to substitute each for? What grade would you like to substitute teach? Oh, teach, sorry, for 2 months. What would I like to substitute teach for 2 months? I'm going to go with history, and I'm going to base those 2 months on the book Lies My Teacher Told Me and Lies Across America, because I really think high school students need to understand that what they learn in school is a lot of the time nothing but propaganda. Have you ever cheated on a test or paper? I'll probably say I'll go with yes on that one. Wouldn't be surprised if I did. What school books do you remember? You mean like textbooks? Because that's when you say school books, that's what I think of. I think of textbooks. My answer to that is none. Books I had to read in school? Old Band of the Sea pops into my head for some reason. I don't know why. What was the number of students in your high school graduating class? We had 500 students in my graduating class. It was a pretty decent sized class for a state that's fairly small. I realize that students of a class of 500 is nothing compared to like cities like LA has, things like that. But yeah, in my high school we had 500 students, and I was abysmal in when it came to, by the time I was a senior in year, I had cared less and less, and my scores were terrible. I graduated with an 8 grade point average, I think, of 1.34, and I was 365th out of 500. So yeah, that didn't that didn't go well for me. Um, my future was not sealed. But again, I had planned on not much living past graduation night anyway, so that wasn't something I was really concerned about. And I do apologize that a lot of these first videos in this series are going to be depressing. I can't help the fact that the questions in the book are that I'm dealing with, because I'm doing them in order, um, are touching on my childhood, which was relatively depressing. So I hope you folks stick around till we get past this, because maybe the later questions will be, more interesting. And I'm still trying to figure out why this thing was is put under the category of self-help. Yeah, well, the author is a lithographer, archaeologist, and the author of more than 25 books, including The Order of Things, 14,000 Things to Be Happy About, The Wish List, and many others. That's interesting. She's an archaeologist. I'll have to find out what in particular she's an archaeologist about. All right, so this has been episode number 17. Hope you've enjoyed it, and on to the next.